Live over the weekend. What better way to spend Sunday than to watch Kyle work on pinball machines? And we just get to see his back because
should I change
it
directions?
sounds like he's farting. Well, I mean, yeah, say hi to everybody at least.
Hi, people.
Yeah, that's great.
So much enthusiasm, right?
I know. Why are you facing away from us?
Because I short-sightedly put that camera behind me. Not thinking I was going to be doing this, but now I'm dead set to try to fix this board.
Well, hello everyone that's joining us for our impromptu Pintec stream. We're just doing some weekend work and we're at the studio, so I figured we might as well stream. Oh, look at that. Now we get to see Kyle's beautiful face.
I shaved, so I'm like...
Oh, thanks. That's
good. A little smoother.
Crowd. Maybe we'll get some MGM Studios in here today.
I would love to be a personal chit-chat between MGM Studio and us.
So yeah, it's Sunday. Kyle is continuing to work on one of his clients, Bride of Pinbot. Last Sunday, some Sundays ago, he was fixing the head, which was really cool to see that entire mech out of the machine. And he got that all up and running, and now he's doing what looks to be like some board work. Kyle, what are you working on?
Yeah, so one of the capacitors exploded on the soundboard. And since I can't bear to let it stay exploded, I'm going to try to fix it. It still works. I don't know what this capacitor does in the circuit, but I can't, like, in good conscience leave it there, so. But
yes.
It's right there. It's buried.
What is the purpose of that paper, gray-looking paper over?
It's a heat sink, so it gets hot, and it's to keep your hands from touching the hot heat sink. But it's funny though, nice. You don't see a lot of these games with these paper things on there because they always get ripped off or something goofy happens. So I'm always extra careful to try to keep those things on there.
My score for hardbody has paper over it too.
Yes.
It's like kind of ripping off, but I didn't want to rip it off all the way because I kind of figured it was something like that.
Yeah, it's usually they're there to either protect you from high voltage, which is the case of your hard body, or it's there to keep you from hurting yourself, whether it's through heat or electrocution.
Nice. So our hat query went well, and I think I have to do like an actual manual count on all the different social media that I posted, which Marco hat do you like better, but I think this black and gray one is the winner.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would be the winner too. I'm not like a hat guy, but that's probably the color I'd choose too.
I mean, it's very like neutral and chill. It's super comfy, and so we'll probably print this one first, and then if we do get to make another hat in the future, then we would do the flex fit, which a lot of people want to see.
So wait,
the flex fit. So this isn't flex fit. This is like a Velcro strap. Some people were talking poop about the Velcro strap, but if you ever wear your hat backwards, like I do too, it's actually way more comfier than the plastic strap.
Huh.
Like everyone's like, it needs to be a, snap back. No.
Dude, I know nothing about hats. So
it then it makes creases into your forehead. Yes, Pin Daddy will be eventually getting flex fit hats. Thanks for joining us today. Other people said, maybe this black and gray hat with the black and white Marco, but I think that it would be just kind of a little too cheese.
Too
This kind of
cheesy?
has like just this kind of just has a nice subtlety since it's only two colors, black and gray. So this gray right here in the logo matches the mesh in the back. But then if you add white into it, then it just pops too much in your face. And we don't really want people like walking around wearing like, hi, I'm your Marco pinball technician here to service your games. It's more like I'm working on my pins today, so I'm wearing my little Marco swag hat while I
get
do
you.
it.
I think the red one's cool, but I'm definitely, I think I'm in camp black and gray also.
I like the red one. I'm not usually a red fan, not necessarily a red hat fan. A few people brought up that red hats aren't in, but the style is very different than the red hats that,
Red hats aren't in.
have more meaning to them. But Mark likes the red hat. So
Really?
See. Hello, Pinball Mayhem Jeremy. Happy Sunday.
Howdy.
I love Oktoberfest.
I love Oktoberfest
emoji.
too.
I love beer.
I do too. Wow. Man, this capacitor doesn't want to come out.
So you're taking the capacitor out.
I took
first.
the dead one out, but like since it's like going to be really hard to get to it, I'm trying to take this guy out too. If I can get this one out,
big guys. Okay.
yeah, then I have a bunch of room back here. But these are like these big, they call them snap leads, so they're not wires. They're like kind of a hook, and they're a pain in the butt to get out of boards.
Just ripped it off like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do that. Like in all honesty, I'll just shove the other capacitor down there and figure it out. But
he typed BOP for Bride of Pinbot, and it made a little like a beer emoji thing. Oh, maybe that's like a little taiko drum. What is that? No, that's like a barrel of beer. Drum? That's like the barrel that the oh my gosh, what are those dogs called? The
Saint
Beethoven.
Bernard?
Yeah, the Saint Bernards have rum in it, or what did they put in those? Whiskey, and they go save people up in the mountains in the Himalayas.
The Alps, man. Some crazy some wacky Swiss liquor that'll warm you right up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to protect this fish paper heatsink. I'm gonna remove it. This is not what I wanted to do. I thought this was gonna be like a 5-second thing, but now it's turning into like a
So everyone in the chat, what games are you working on this weekend?
Yeah, anyone fix anything?
What games are you avoiding working on this weekend? Your heart desires to work on it, but your body is just tired from regular work, so you're just vegging, watching Netflix or us.
See, I wish I was sitting at home just like playing video games or something right now, since I already mowed the lawn this morning, but I got to get this game done for the customer. I'm tired of looking at it. I want it out of here.
You should get Fall Guys. It's a new game on Steam.
I was thinking about it.
60 people battle at once in these cheesy race games. It
looks really fun. I was watching some of my friends play it the other day. Did you get it?
I got it.
Oh man, I guess I have to get it too.
Oh, Pinball Mayhem Jeremy fixed. Oh, congratulations. A 1977 Mattel Las Vegas home pin.
Whoa, wow. Wacky.
That's awesome. I want to look up pictures of that.
What was wrong with that thing? I always get so scared when customers, I don't really work on Bally home models anymore, but I've always been too scared to mess with those things. You know what? I am in a studio.
I typed that in and it showed me Barbie's new dream house. Maybe I should add pinball.
Yeah, maybe.
The word. Oh, Berto Drink, thanks for joining us. He just got a Hobbit. Wow.
Oh, rad.
I love that game. I would love to have a Hobbit and a Lord of the Rings together. He had no red on his mini monitor, but it ended up being a bad VGA cable. Well, that's nice. That's an easy fix.
Yeah, I love it when I
Swapping
have
out
to go fix a
VGA
video
cables,
game.
Yeah.
And it just...
Monson, hello. Thanks
Hey.
for joining us.
Wow, there's a lot of people up and around on a Sunday, huh?
Yeah, what time is it? Sunday at 1:30.
Wait.
2:30 for you.
I'm like, wait, what time is it? I didn't...
11:30 for our friends on the West Coast.
Jeez.
Or...
I'm out of it, man. Mowing my lawn this morning was way too much work. Just exhausted.
So Jeremy said the full mouse house, mostly cleaning and fixing an EOS switch.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Nice. I got the leg levelers on my game, finally.
Finally.
I know.
That's good.
Would be the worst pinball tech ever. It's
don't
like,
worry.
It plays. Why do I need to switch this out? It's fine. But
you're just making me happy. Okay, one leg is in. Oh, you son of a B word.
Oh no, you can't cuss on our stream.
I really wish I could get this other capacitor out, but this is like just turning into a nightmare.
9:30 p.m. for Per Monson. Nice, so that's perfect. 9:30 p.m. Sunday, yeah. Right? Yeah, because you're ahead.
Primetime European television right now.
It's almost time to go to sleep.
I was, yeah, wait, okay, yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. Okay, so you're in Norway. I know in Germany, most of Germany's 8 hours ahead of here. So.
8:30 p.m.
Okay.
So yeah, and you're 2:30. So that's 6 hours. It's not too bad.
Time zones are weird, man.
Time is weird in general these days.
I know. That's the other thing. I guess I shouldn't feel so bad about having no idea what time it is, because everything's just kind of floating along right now.
It's wild. You know, we've done almost, well, including our side weekend Pintecs, we've done over 20 episodes of
That's
Pintec
crazy.
Live.
I feel like it was just yesterday when we were like, well, how about I've got roller games in my spare bedroom. Let's just fix it. And now look where we are. Streaming
is still just as difficult as it was back then.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, 4 months ago. Oh, the elusive ninja is back. Hello.
Howdy.
What are you working on at the Hideaway Arcade this weekend? And is the Hideaway Arcade open?
Oh my gosh, I think I got
saw some
it.
Pictures. It looks great. Lots of awesome vids too, which fills my heart up.
I know, it makes me so sad about Abari closing.
Maverick.
Like, nice. Abari has so many solid video game choices. Come on. Oh no, my screwdriver's magnetized and this little capacitor is... Oh my gosh, I'm so close. Oh no, crap. This is compelling content, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I wish I had an electronic zoom and I could just slowly zoom in.
On my concentration face?
Well, or what you're doing, but yeah.
I'm so close.
Up the nose shot. Oh, Per Monson is sitting outside of a pub having a beer. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. I wish I could be there with you. I've got a beer right over there, and I'm probably going to go get it to congratulate myself once I get this capacitor to go into this impossibly tight quarters.
Nice. Elusive Ninja is going to actually get that Bride of Pinbot project that he told us about a few weekends ago.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a good idea.
$1,000. I hope it's an easy fix, and that's awesome.
Yeah, you'll be very satisfied with it. I really like this game. That's the other reason I'm really excited to finish it, is because that'll give me something I really want to stream after work one day. Do our after hours thing again.
Yeah.
Okay. I've almost got this. If I can lift it up here, and I can push it down here, the leg will go in. Holy crap word.
Gotta do a little adjusting.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing roller games back online a lot also. I don't buy many pinball games anymore. So like just being able to get the one that I did buy this year fixed, I'm really looking forward to playing that game a lot. Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
I've bought less
Oh,
pinball.
yay. Ninja, sorry it's not an extra large t-shirt, but perhaps one day you will get that as well. But yeah, we wanted to send you a little thank you. Thank you for tuning in keychain, and good luck with your arcades stuff, because tough business to be in right now. But anyone that has a local arcade, please buy like gift cards from them right now, especially if they're not open for future use. Some arcades are renting out their machines. That helps them a lot to just survive through this chaos, so that one day we may all be
Have
able
fun
to play in the arcades. Yeah, to go have fun in the arcades.
Videos.
Yeah.
And we're getting close to Houston Arcade Expo time now. And I'm like getting extra depressed that it's another thing I don't get to do this year. My favorite pinball and arcade expo in Texas. Wink wink.
It's my favorite party show. How about that?
Everyone
they
is
like to
just
party
so nice.
in Houston, Texas.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, Pitten Daddy said somehow fixing a game while watching a stream of someone fixing a game just feels right. I like to call that work sessions. We're all working on our own things, our own projects, and hanging out. It keeps each other accountable.
Accountable and sane. We could swear at the games when they make us grumpy and, you know.
No, don't do that.
Okay. This soundboard is going to be good to go. This is back in. I'm going to get my beer because I deserve this. Actually, it's empty. Hold on. I need to get a whole other beer.
Nice. That's awesome that you guys are able to open Elusive Ninja. That's really cool. How many pins and how many vids do you have? I did not count in the pictures that I saw, but it looked like quite a few. And are all your vids in the 70s, 80s classic arcade game genre? Or do you have 90s titles? What do you got in there? Hey, Mitchell Reader.
Hey, what's up, man?
We decided to do a Sunday stream just so Mitchell Reader could join us, since he has to teach during the week.
Yeah, we miss you and your great banter. Okay.
We're just watching Kyle work on the soundboard for Bride of Pinbot and just chatting a lot.
Yeah, this is going to be a mostly chatting stream. I just I did fix the relay board. Kind of a ghetto fix, but it'll work.
Oh, it's so cute.
Burnt up trace, just kind of laid a wire up and around to save that. I checked the diode, and the diode was fine on this side, so we'll be putting this thing in to see if it works soon, because that'll dictate how much actual work I have to do on this game once I get it all the way back together.
Nice. Wow. The Hideaway Arcade in Arizona has 10 pins and 60 vids and 12 prizes, like ticket redemption games.
Where's the Hideaway Arcade?
It's, I can't remember the city. It's Greater Phoenix area. I remember that.
Just in the sprawl of Phoenix.
All right.
That's cool. Well, I'm really looking forward to going and visiting our friends at the Electric Bat Arcade, getting back to Arizona, and seeing some friends from university. So I'll have a lot of stuff to do.
Right.
Prescott,
Arizona. That's right.
Let's bring this back over to the game.
Pinball Newbie says, hi, Kyle.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. It's always such a treat to see people actually coming on a Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. 90 miles north of Phoenix.
Yeah, Prescott, it's so beautiful up there.
How many miles south of Flagstaff is that?
I've got family in Flagstaff, too. It'd be fun to go out there.
I used to make that drive on 40 at least 5 times a year from Los Angeles to Atlanta, so I would always be driving through Flagstaff. I would avoid the 20 and the 10 No fun
Yeah.
driving on those roads.
When we drove here, when I was moving to South Carolina, we avoided 40 because it was like the day, it was Christmas Day, I think, that we were driving, and Flagstaff was getting hit by a super crazy snowstorm. So
Yeah, I've driven through snow in Flagstaff quite a bit.
we ended up, I forget.
Per Monson says they have 15 pinballs and 30 arcades. Wow, that's awesome. What's the name of the arcade, Per Monson? I want to see pictures.
Yeah, which one are you at? Because you're not, you're in Oslo, right? Are you in Norway? I'm sorry. If you're Swedish, I apologize. If you're Norwegian, give me a pat on the back. Okay. Let's see if this thing explodes again like the last time I tried to turn this game on.
Yeah, remember when the playfield fell on your head and almost decapitated you?
Not the first time that's happened. It would be a fitting way to go. Hey, no magic smoke. And we have sound.
Oh wait, I should add the music.
Bitchin'. We can get some.
I pulled some Bride of Pinbot music.
Thank you.
I think I don't keep my games on coin play at home, but there is something magical about pinball that you lose out on when you only have them on free play, like the coin up sounds, right? Like, I love this. Listen. Thank you.
Oh, Tilt Oslo.
Yeah,
you were
okay.
Right, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've never been to Norway before. I've been
I
to
have not either.
I've been to most other Nordic places, but never been to Norway.
Ooh, I like how arcade is spelled with a K. Really cool.
All right, bitchin'. Let's see.
Nice.
I do want to.
Cool,
I want to
looking
plug
flex.
this relay board in now too. I think we're safe enough to plug this guy in to see what happens. What I want to do though is I don't know why this trace like burnt and melted itself off the board. So when I install this thing, I'm going to be very closely watching this, and I'm also going to be closely watching the back. I'm not sure if we have like a shorted transistor or something like that. So what I'm gonna do is kind of open both ends of the game. Because what's likely to happen is when you start up Bride of Pinbot, the game needs to, what's it called? Figure out where the head is. It like centers the head. So it's going to start doing something right away. Actually here, I'm gonna flop this down. Okay.
Do you have any of the lights on besides just house lights?
No, just house lights. Okay, nothing caught on fire, nothing smoking. None of these transistors look exploded, so I mean, I'm pretty confident of that, but let me see if I can get the thing into head test mode. Time and date not set. Oh, that's terrible. The head is plugged in, so I should be able to go to tests, head, manual. Okay, so, oh, okay, I just heard the relay click. So something's working, but I don't think we're getting voltage to the motor. Well, that's good. At least nothing went up in smoke. That's all I was worried about, because now the rest of it's just electronics. So, let's see here.
The elusive ninja said, Kyle, when you visit Arizona, tokens on us at the Hideaway. It's always cooler in Prescott.
Yep, I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it very much.
When are you going to Arizona?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'd love to be going on all sorts of holidays right now, but playing it safe, you know.
I just remembered that I signed up for the EM pinball repair class. It was on Friday, and I missed it.
Aw. I was
missed it
hoping.
like 3 weeks in a row or 3 times in a row. I think I only do it once every few weeks.
Yeah, I think
I
they
put
kind of
a
do it as
calendar
demand.
up and everything, and then just that time rolls around, and I just missed it. I feel so sad.
So sad. I'm so sad because I was really just hoping that the unbelievable would happen and everything would have just started working. But, you know, it's never that
So
easy.
you plugged in that relay, right? And nothing happened?
Yeah, because if I remember how it works, is the computer, the
Nice.
transistor drives the relay, and then the relay drives the motor, or something like that. Or the relay drives the head going in a direction. I don't recall. I need to look at the schematic, but at least I know that what I did to fix the relay is working. One of the traces that burnt up is the voltage that goes to the relay to actually open and close the relay itself. So that's all good. I can say that this is a safe repair. I guess the other issue is we could have a problem with the relay itself. It could have bad or dirty contacts. I don't know if that happens in this application a lot. I'll have to take a look. But for now, I'm just going to put it where it's supposed to go. You get dirty relays a lot on later System 11 games. They have something called a AC select relay. So when the relay is in one position, it will drive solenoids, and in the other position, it will drive flash lamps. So that's why they can run, tons of flash lamps while still only having as many drives as they do on the circuitry. So yeah.
So what's the next step?
I have no idea, man. I might move on from this. Oh, mic came on.
Oh no.
Okay, there it goes. I might move on from the head for now and just kind of and troubleshoot some other things, like figure out why all the lights aren't working or some of the feature lights and stuff. But the motor should be. I need to look at the schematic. I guess I could do that right now, but I don't want to bore everybody.
It's too late for that.
Yeah, it's already boring.
Yeah, Pin Daddy EMs are so interesting and difficult, and they do a lot of schematics readings in that class as well. So I love just kind of sitting in there and absorbing it all. That's cool that you made it. He said it was a good session last week. Wah, I missed it.
Today the 19th? I have no idea what day it is even. This is so sad. Today, it's the 16th.
Oh, okay.
It's not 1989 anymore. Let's go ahead in time a little bit. Cool. Okay, whatever. It's 47 minutes off time, but it doesn't matter. I guess I'll do a quick switch test.
Gotta go back in time.
I think we're good. Okay, wait.
Pinball Time Machine. That's a good indie film that hasn't been made yet. Whatever time you set the date on the pinball machine, it takes you back to that time period.
That is a good idea. I like that.
I'll add it to the list next to my pinball horror movie.
What is that? Pinball machines that eat people?
No, wasn't that like a Goosebumps story?
It's not one I read, but man, that would have been cool.
No, I was thinking like a kind of like a Goonies-esque coming of age film with pinball machines and the character. Something happens and the different characters out of the pinball machine come to life and out of the game. And so like the Walking Dead zombies are swarming, Centaur comes out, and that's horrifying.
No, that's amazing.
And the kids have to like become friends with the mountain man and Frontier to get tips to help him, and maybe it's more of an adventure film. Whoa,
yeah, that sounds like a great adventure, man. I don't know what you're talking about. No horror there.
Whoa. In my screen right now, I don't know if anyone can see it. Like my head is split from my face That's crazy.
What happened to you?
Maybe it's my computer overheating.
Is it hot down there?
It's hot outside. I mean, it's like 72 in here. Let's
AC
see.
isn't on?
68 degrees, 68 Celsius.
68 Celsius? That would be really bad. Oh, your computer's 68 Celsius. Okay, I was gonna say, oh
I
man.
was like, you told me it was okay.
Okay. I mean, we've got working switches on this thing. I guess I could go over here and open this manual up real quick and like, I just want to see.
Oh, Rudy from Funhouse, yes.
That's horrifying. Holy crap. I like, what about the pinball game Time Machine? I love Time Machine.
Yeah, Time Machine would have to be in it. Mitchell Reader said there was an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
With the pinball machine.
I was going to mention that. It's like Black Knight, but it's like all dressed up. I remember seeing that when I was a kid, and that scared the crap out of me.
We need to rewatch it.
You can find it on YouTube.
122. Yeah, I think you can find it. Pinball 122. Yes, we are only scheduled to do Pintec live on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Every once in a while, Kyle decides to come to the studio to work on a game, and I'm twiddling my thumbs over here. So we decided to go live for a little weekend warrior work.
Yeah, so I could like talk to people.
Yeah,
because...
so you guys could keep us entertained while Kyle works, and maybe we can help keep you entertained while you work on your pins. But
yeah.
It's impromptu. We don't necessarily plan on doing 2 broadcasts a week, but definitely every Thursday we will have a broadcast.
If I had no other responsibilities at work.
What are we going to do for Thanksgiving? Because Thanksgiving is Thursday.
Well, seeing as I cannot go visit my family.
Do we still do a Pintec live on Thanksgiving?
I will ask my wife, and I do not see why she would say no.
Maybe she can come to the studio with you. Pinball turkey themed pin.
Oh my gosh.
From Family Games. What's up, Family Games?
Howdy.
Have Thanksgiving dinner at the shop. Yeah, what if you're like eating some mashed potatoes while you're working on a pin?
I could probably manage that. I think we should, I think we will maybe try to do a Pintec episode. That sounds like a lot of fun. But,
okay. Marco's closed on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. I'm not used to having jobs where I get holidays off.
So we'll have to figure that one out. We have a few days to figure it out.
Yeah, we have a few months.
It was coming up when I was updating the calendar and everything, and like, oh no, what do we do? Because then we have our big Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale right after that. So. Oh
yeah. Well, hopefully by then we'll have a fun project to go with. I'm really excited.
You'll still be working on Fire.
No. I mean, I should be working on that, but I want to get paid, so I'd like to finish working on this game. I think...
Pinball Newbie canceled Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, well, there we go. I guess we have to do a Pintec then, huh? I was thinking of doing like a good like German-style Thanksgiving, just like make some schnitzel, make some spitzel, make... you know, I don't know. I don't think I've ever made a turkey before, so I'm not sure if I want to try that.
Family Guy's had a great idea. He said, move Pintec Live to Friday, and then we can have our awesome Black Friday sale with live short-term discount codes.
Oh, gosh.
You know, different types of discount codes on our show. I kind of like that.
We can make it like the stock market.
Because our general discount would be the free shipping 99 when we do. That works best for us. And, you know, maybe on Pintec, though, we could drop some secret codes that's just like a general 10% off of your order.
Hey, I'm down to mess with stuff. That sounds like a fun time. So it looks like I'm missing my 20 volts, and I do not remember what fuses the 20 volts. So I'm going to come and look here.
Family games, family games, family games. Not Family Guy. Not Peter Griffin.
Not Peter Griffin. So let's see. Like in this
QVC
system, you've
style?
got
Yeah.
you've got a bunch of voltages, but it's like 5 volts, that's super important. That runs the computer. 12 volts unregulated. That's also important because I think 12 volts unregulated gets turned into a lot of things. Then you've got your 12 volts regulated, which is also very important. A lot of electronics run on that. 18 volts for the feature lamps. 20 volts, I believe, for the flash lamps, and also motors a lot of the time. What else? Then you've got your solenoid voltages and stuff. But for whatever reason, I don't have my 20 volts. I'm looking at the schematic here. Just focusing, sort of.
Yeah, we can actually see it a lot better than usually.
So
with our bright lights.
This is the motor regulator board. You've got one end. You get 20 volts coming in and ground. 20 volts goes through a filter, goes through, I guess it's a triac, I don't know. And then you get 12 volts out. So, oh, it's a regulator. So since I don't have my 20 volts coming in, I'm not getting my 12 volts out. Since I don't have 12 volts coming out, I don't have 12 volts to actually turn the motor. Right? So I lost 20 volts somewhere. I think we might be able to. Sometimes you have to use like a little bit of perception when you're trying to find problems, and sometimes when someone will tell me a problem, something else trips me on to what the actual problem is. Like, we're going to find that the flash lamps probably don't work, right? So we'll go to tests, we'll go to flasher test, and we have no flash lamps because we don't have 20 volts to run the flash lamps. So because we lost 20 volts, we also lost what gets turned into the motor voltage. So this is kind of spiraling backwards. We'll see what happens. But I need to refresh myself because since I don't do this every day for a job anymore, I don't remember everything right off the top of my head. A lot of times your manual will have this information pretty easy and like right out front, but oops, I just ripped the manual. Don't do that.
Yeah, Per Monson says it's a fuse, smiley face. Family Game said, do the large transformers ever go bad?
No, transformers usually don't go bad. That doesn't mean that they cannot go bad, but generally they do not. Okay, so let's see. Let me figure this out real quick before I start spouting. So
I put that note about the discount codes into my project stuff.
Okay, so the 20 volt circuit is super, super simple. And Per Monson's probably right, because whatever wackiness happened to kill this thing, it definitely probably killed the fuse too. So I will be checking F111 to see if that is dead. Let's see. F111 is right here, and it doesn't look dead, which is annoying. But if it's not dead, there's not many other, I mean, we have to jump back to the transformer and make sure we're getting that voltage out to really thoroughly test this stuff. Let me make sure plugs are plugged in. Fuse doesn't look bad. It's always just a fuse, right?
It's easy when it's just a fuse.
And that's a very dead fuse. This fuse does not.
Family Game should get a special discount for coming up with that idea. I still have to get the idea approved. So if the idea gets approved and it helps with our sales, then we will make sure you get a special discount or one of these cool new Margot hats. How about that?
You can come on and be a junior marketing partner at Marco.
Yeah, there you go. You want to move to South Carolina?
Who doesn't? Actually, you know what? Here, let's do this. I got, let's...
Oh, that's cool. Toolbox. Oh, you want to do your toolbox episode right now? I got a great shot on your toolbox.
Maybe soon. Here, is it? Oh. Yeah, my fuses and light bulbs and electronics drawer. Nice. I built these. I think I've shown these off before. Little teeny circuit breakers. Let's not blow up a fuse if we don't have to. So I'll use the circuit breaker in place. It's in. Okay, so now I think the way that this game should work is I think when you turn it on, it does center the head. So if this thing doesn't blow up, we might just be in luck. Let me also make sure I didn't leave anything unplugged under here so I don't start running on a rabbit hole. It's all good. I hear the motor. Hey, it's going.
Oh, nice. Look at that head turn. Wait, she wants to say.
Now I see you.
All right.
I can see.
I'm rather pleased with myself and you, Permonson, for saying it's just a fuse.
So it is really just a fuse?
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat's like, Kyle's like,
well,
yeah,
hold on.
It's just a fuse. Baby. Let's all hope.
Okay, I'm turning it off because the motor is not stopping spinning. And
right,
it also,
what caused it to blow is the important thing.
Well, it either blew up because this thing can't find home, and it's like it just spun forever, which overloaded the trace on this board, caused this trace to also become part of the fuse, probably blowing up that fuse and eating the trace on this thing. But what I need to figure out now is why it isn't finding home. I tested that switch. Oh, wait. I think that switch is also supposed to be wired like backwards. I remember like bashing my head up against a wall for a long time when I was working on a friend's Bride of Pinbot before I knew anything. Then I looked into the manual and I found out that the switch is supposed to be wired normally closed or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Does anyone in the chat knows?
Wireform top.
Oh yeah, Pez Johnson said when he can travel again, he'd love to come work on an EM if he needed it. Kyle, we could get him to come on and do a Pintec show with some EMs.
I'd love to.
Awesome.
I've got a few that need love. I mean, the games that are working in here.
Crickets.
Jack in the Box actually needs work, but Jack in the Box is pretty simple. But we have a pile. I mean, I know one of my coworkers has a pile of EMs that need some love. So, face position. It doesn't say anything.
Carrie Binford on Facebook says, use the helmet test to see switch status.
Yeah, good point. Let's see.
Nice, thank you. Figure it out together.
I don't like how it started running immediately. Okay, there's a logic level problem with it. The head won't stop spinning. So let's go back to that wiring diagram. We either have a transistor that's shorted on or something like that, or something in the motor control board is not turning itself off. I've never dealt with that repair before, but let's see.
Yeah, Ninja, I hope your Bride of Pinbot is just a fuse as well.
And if it isn't, you got it for $1,000, so it's not like you're, you know, and that's the reason why you shouldn't pay a bunch of money for a non-working pinball machine, because it could be a giant pain in the ass. But, you know, I see people trying to charge thousands of dollars for games that don't work, and it's just, don't buy those. I'm going to need to look at the actual schematic for it. I can see gates here. I mean, if something... let's look at it. Let's just take it out. It's probably going to need to come out anyways, but
Manny's Arcade, welcome. We're just working on Bride of Pinbot. Little off the clock session over here. Informal
Yes.
Pintec. We're not wearing our Marco shirts. I have a Dragon Ball Goku. Kid Goku shirt. Oh, it's this way. Kyle's wearing like a NASCAR shirt or something. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, Werkstatt. It was the BMW motorcycle shop I used to work at in San Francisco.
Nice. Elusive Ninja said they had a similar problem with a motor on Maverick. It was a Q27 transistor. It was stuck on and caused the motor to spin until the fuse blew.
Yes, and that's also likely here, but I want to take this board out really quick just to look at it, to quell my curiosity since I don't know the electronics on this board. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I want to figure out what the actual drive is on this board. But we likely have a transistor that could be stuck on. It could be a few things, so I want to try to limit it or eliminate it down, right? Taking the driver board out of this game is a pain in the butt. So if all I have to do is remove this guy, oh, okay. It's just a tip 102, which is a very standard
Is it burn up?
driver. No, it looks, I mean, it looks okay. Sometimes when drivers die, they explode and start leaking juice, but this one's okay. I'll have to familiarize myself with the circuit, that's all. I don't want to make any judgments yet. There's ways you can test these guys, I mean, out of circuit, so we'll see. But I think, for now, I'm just going to do some of the easier stuff. Like, let's make sure all the lights work. Maybe I'll rebuild the flippers or something. I'm going to yank my fuse circuit breaker out. I'm going to leave that.
That thing is so cool. Why don't you sell those?
I mean, I guess I could. They're expensive. The fuse, the actual...
Or didn't you say you could buy them at like model aircraft stores?
Someone said aircraft stores or like boat stores, possibly. I've bought them online at like electronics stores.
Family Game said his Earth Shaker did that. The shaker was stuck on. And then since you just replaced that 102, it's easy to replace.
Yeah, and sometimes I like to learn when I'm fixing, or like what I'm fixing in a game sometimes, but at the same time, like, I get paid to fix things. I don't get paid to do, like, be a researcher, right? So sometimes, like, I'll just shotgun stuff. I'll just replace that transistor. It costs cents. I'll just take this board out, replace that one in the pre-driver. It costs cents. And if it fixes it, great. You know, we solved the problem. We didn't learn what was wrong, but we solved the problem. But let's see here, though. Actually, helmet, motor relay, head motor. What drives all of that? Sorry, this is the Kyle reading stream.
I don't want to disturb your concentration.
I guess at the same time, that might actually be the only... Oh, head motor, drive transistor, Q20. Oh, we could look at Q20 and see what's up. We might replace it. It is an old game. That head has done a lot of turning, so it might be worth doing. But I think for now, I'm just going to start looking at feature lights. This is always fun. At least we solved the problem. At least I know now that it's not going to be like a wild goose chase or anything like that. What I like to do for these games, I need to bring the compressor over here, but using a compressor is a really, really good way to remove a lot of the dirt that exists underneath the inserts. Actually, I guess I could just take one of these things off. This is the super slow way to do it, but there's always a lot of playfield dirt that lay on these inserts, and you'll notice when I take this off, the lamps are going to be super dirty too. You could blow them all out, and it will be like a lot brighter. I'm not going to do any LEDs in this game.
Nice.
I mean, I guess I could ask the customer, but it's just, it'll make it cost a lot more. I don't really want to do that. The game works fine. I put a bunch of LEDs into the general illumination. I always do that on any Williams game I'm working on to avoid burnt connectors. But yeah, shucks, this is super gross. This thin layer of dirt will just make these things look really dim. See how dirty?
Ew.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So not only does the light have to shine through this dirt, it also has to shine through dirt that exists on these inserts. But if you live in an apartment, if you don't have enough money to buy a compressor or something, a little like acid brush, that's what I call it. It's just a crappy brush you can get at any hardware store, right? This will help out with the just quick little doo-doo-doo. Nice. This one's actually pretty clean. The inserts aren't that bad. But this game also had a pretty easy life, considering it went into a home like relatively quick compared to most games. So
canned air.
Yeah, canned air works. It's just expensive.
I like this. Pez Johnson just went from watching a stream of a play-filled touch-up, watching paint dry, to watching dusting off inserts.
Yep. Isn't that exciting? Is it
compelling pinball media?
But here's the thing, right? Like, this is pinball repair.
It's looking good.
Pinball repair is not glamorous. It is not like, all action. It's a lot of tedious, boring crap. And that's why pinball machines are always broken, because no one wants to do this stuff.
Oh.
It's sad.
So you brushed off the lamps, but the green, like the actual board, still looks like it has like a thick layer of dust on it. You don't want to take that off? Yeah, look at that.
I mean, I don't care, but now that you're calling me out on it, I guess I will.
I care. If you're going to dust, then you need to do what you started, human.
I need a bigger brush. This is why the compressor is so great, because the compressor takes 1 second and it's all done.
While you're here, clean it all. That's my mother speaking.
All right, that looks better. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess you're right, because at the same time, like, if you're in here, if you're doing this, you might as well do it all, right?
Yeah,
like,
I learned that from you.
Oh, great. Now I'm the jerk. Going back on my own advice. We have a bunch of lights out on this board. Let's see if it's a lamp. I'll take a working lamp from this position, stick it in here.
Oh, that's a good tip. Pez Johnson said oils from hands attract the dust from the machine. So the lamp burns that dust. Wipe them off after you install, or install with gloves.
Yeah, well, it can definitely,
lamps and stuff.
Just like a headlight, right? The headlights burn so bright, your oils will get those things a much shorter life.
Traditionally, you shouldn't be handling any lamps without wearing gloves or a rag or something over it.
If you have sockets that don't work,
oils.
Try pushing these contacts up a little bit, give them a little bit more spring, so when you push them onto the board, they make more solid contact. If this doesn't fix it, sometimes these things develop divots inside the actual circuit board. And they're a pain in the butt. Yeah, okay, so this one isn't working.
Is not working?
No, there's a really nasty divot in the board. Let me take it back out.
It's not boring to work on pins, Manny's Arcade.
It's very gratifying.
That's just what they want us to think. Oh.
These divots in the board, you could see where that thing, where this rests in there.
So what do you do?
Sometimes you could add solder. Sometimes I just hit them with a brush, and sometimes that really helps. I'll get my fiberglass brush.
Oh, cool.
Here it is. Working on pinball is very tedious, but it's very gratifying, which is why I enjoy doing pinball more than motorcycles, which was my past life. Because when you're done, you get to have a lot of fun.
Are you ever really done, though?
No, because they break off.
That's what Elusive Ninja says. If I'm not 3 to 6 pins deep with repairs, I get restless and find projects.
Oh yeah. Oh, it drives me nuts that all my games work right
Super
now.
gratifying.
Oh shucks, I don't even remember what light
Did it
I was
work?
working on anymore.
The top left.
Yeah, sure. Actually, more of them are working now than
Oh.
they were before. It makes me wonder if this solder connection is crummy. Let me get my jeweler's loop so I look like a big nerd, but my wife was getting on me this morning about getting new glasses because I've been wearing the same glasses for like 5 years. I was like, yeah, my vision is getting worse. I am getting old.
Oh. You're still in your 20s. You're
No, I'm
young
not.
and spry.
I haven't been in my 20s for a little while now.
Don't lie to us, Kyle.
I don't see any cracked solder. I'm gonna go under some better light really quick just to like double make sure. At this point,
Well,
it's
if
like,
you had the studio lights on, the
Yeah, I know.
pinball machine would be a lot brighter. Your face would be brighter. You get that little twinkle in your eye.
a twinkle in my eye. Is that from the
always
beer?
gotta have the eye light. That's how you can read emotion.
Oh. Is that why I
Hollywood
always
magic.
seem like I am non-emotional?
No,
Some of
we
these-
always give you the twinkle.
The twinkle.
You don't have the twinkle today, though.
Okay, this one's grumpy, but everything else works. I'm gonna give this one the scrub with the fiberglass brush, and I think this will be good. But this is this is what I want to do because I am not satisfied if I can't deliver this to the customer and everything works. You know, there's no there's cutting corners you can do, but you can't cut this kind of corner, right? Like the game needs to work. It's like getting a
Yeah.
car that's like, oh, my radio doesn't work. It's a brand new car. Why doesn't my radio work? You can't deliver something
Yeah,
not
you
done.
can't. It has to have all the lights working.
This is just a grumpy
Pez
sucker.
Johnson said, "Dust those inserts."
I did dust the inserts, but I'm not going to waste a bunch of time doing it because I'm just going to bring the compressor from the shop over here and I'm just going to blast the thing. Before I'm done, too, I'm going to get my vacuum. Well, I've already vacuumed the inside out, but I'm going to blast it out with a vacuum. That's part of shopping a game. Clean the game up. Like, don't leave crap in the game. Make it look better than when you started messing with it. There we go. A little bit of cleaning on both surfaces with the fiberglass brush really did a good job here. So
such a good worker you are. That's what the chat's saying. Family
you
Game
sure?
said Q20 is controlled off of U2 pin 3. Logic probe if you need to.
Yep, I probably will actually. I have a one of my coworkers gave me or let me borrow his oscilloscope. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. That's good practical usage of those sorts of tools.
Oh, hello, NH Polar Bear. Thanks for joining us. They had a question. They're not familiar with a fiberglass brush. I'm not either, to be honest. Can you show it to us again and explain what a fiberglass brush is and its uses?
Fiberglass brush is good for cleaning things gently. It's like super fine sandpaper. It literally is a bunch of strands of fiberglass in a brush form. So it makes it very easy to control, to clean circuit boards. That's generally what I use it for, is to clean up traces and pads on circuit boards when I'm going to replace things. Commonly used when you have like burnt connections, like for general illumination. What else? I guess repairing corrosion damage. This will allow you to sand off all of the imperfections and get down to that copper that you need to make a good solder connection with.
Nice. And is there like a certain pressure that you need to use with it?
No, not. I mean, yeah. You want to let the tool do the work, so you don't really need to add much pressure. But it's like writing, just a gentle push down, and that will do a good job. This is a great tool. If you're going to be working on circuit boards and stuff like that, it's a really, really, really handy tool. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but I like the small ones to, you know, be able to work on these small boards.
Nice.
I don't know where you can get them. I used to have, I mean, these stores are dying nowadays, but there were all sorts of electronic supplies stores back in the Bay Area in California, and that's where I got that thing. You probably get them
on Amazon.
I'm sure you can. I just don't like telling people to buy things on Amazon.
Oh, sorry. You can buy it on qsource.com.
There you go. I just, you know, personally, if you can buy it local, I always try to buy things local, even though it costs a little bit more money, you know? I miss Radio Shack, though. I miss all of those small electronics stores. When you lived in Southern California, Moto, did you ever go to Fry's?
Oh, yeah. We have Fry's in Atlanta, too.
Oh, really?
I go there to get the astronaut ice cream.
Oh, there was a Fry's in, I think it was in Menlo Park. They had like a massive Tesla coil in the place, and like on every 30 minutes they'd fire off this crazy Tesla coil. It was so cool. Every
single Fry's was decorated differently. So the one in Burbank-ish area it was like an alien attacks, and there's like a big UFO that just crashed into the building and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
So rad.
Welcome to our stream, Dusty. Thank you. He said, thanks for doing this. More content like this.
Hey, yeah, no problem.
And please join us every Thursday. Thursday is our official Pintec live stream. We're just kind of working over the weekend for fun, for funsies, because pinball is 24/7 in our lives.
For better or worse.
Please follow us so you can get those notifications. And if anyone's on Twitch and you haven't followed us already, please follow us so then you get notifications when we randomly go live like we did today. No, we did not promote anywhere that we were going live. We just did it. Kyle texted me more than an hour ago. We've been streaming for an hour.
Oh, geez.
Well, he texted me over an hour ago and was like, hey, I'm headed to the studio to work. Do you want to stream? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yep, it's, you know, I enjoy working with an audience, I guess. Like, I'd prefer to hang out and talk with people as opposed to just like being in here.
Yeah, otherwise you get distracted.
Oh my God.
Pinball work sessions. It's all about it. Dusty, we got it in the calendar. Okay, I thought you said like California. It's every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever your time zone is, please follow us there. Oh, type 56762. You like my hat? I think this is the hat that we're going to start making and selling on our website. It's our new Marco Pinball. It's a super relaxed fit. Oh, so Kyle, I got some troll comments, as I do on my social media, but one of the funniest troll comments I got was this guy saying that he was like, what did you just pull this hat out of a glove box? It's all wrinkled and very unprofessional looking. And I was like, no, it's relaxed fit. It's not like a super hard hat. Like, this is literally supposed to go in your glove box and then pop out and be ready to wear. It's not like other hats where it's super rigid. And
what does a professional hat look like? Like, what does that mean?
I know. He was angry. I don't know why, but I laughed.
I like to laugh at people that get angry on the internet as well.
Fedoras. No, we're not going to make fedoras.
Oh, please.
Someone wanted a visor. Thaddeus wanted a visor.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what living in... If you guys
want to put a Marco logo on your particular style of hat, yeah, the gallon hat, I will give you the Marco logo if you so please.
Yeah, you can promote us on...
If you really want to do that. But, yeah. I want to do a Marco cowboy hat for Texas Pinball Festival.
Yeah. What about a Marco, like, captain's hat?
Thanks for the shout out, Manny's Arcade, in all caps. Marco stickers. Yeah, we do need Marco stickers, huh?
We do have some at the office, but well, I think we usually
We
make.
have baby turtle stickers now
What?
that Marco Ramirez made for me that I haven't done.
Why didn't he give me one of those?
I didn't even get any, but he showed me that he made them. I think he sneaks them into orders every once in a while. If
Yeah.
anyone out there has gotten a baby turtle sticker, let me know.
Sometimes when we make stickers or like decals in house, or we go bring them to our print shop, we just have them. You know, there's a lot of empty space, right? So sneak in fun little things. Like we made a bunch of those wizard keychains from that new Dirty Donnie tee we have, or we made some Data East logo ones, which was pretty fun. Man.
Oh, you got a question from Ninja asking, was it you that said you liked the System 1/3 encounters? Probably.
Yes,
Sounds
I
like
kind of
something
do
Kyle
like
would
that
say.
game. It's not one that I'd probably like want to own, but I wouldn't say no if the right deal came up. I like games with roto units a lot, so this board's pissing me off, so it's gonna come out of the game now.
Yeah, we need to get more cool stickers, Mitchell. And Manny's Arcade, yeah, these are super limited edition hats. Signed
How
by
limited?
Steve Ritchie, $2,000.
How about signed by Emoto?
No one wants that. Signed by you, though, because
no.
you are quite the pinball celebrity now, Kyle.
Why did this happen to me?
You.
Why did this happen to me?
Does everyone know about Kyle? He is the world's tallest pinball streamer. Because I don't think Todd McCullough streams pinball.
How tall is Todd?
And if you thought Jack Danger was, Kyle's taller than him. Sorry, Dead Flip.
By just a little bit. Us tall dudes stick together, man. Oh man, these light bulbs are starting to wear on me. Being tall has its disadvantages. Everyone's always like, oh, I wish I was so tall. It's like, do you? It's like, good luck finding pants. Good luck finding clothes.
Yeah, good luck not hitting your head on the ceiling when you're walking down into your basement.
Thankfully, I don't have a basement.
Good luck finding a hiding place when you play hide and seek.
Yeah,
you're not hiding under the kitchen cabinet.
Maybe I just have a bunch of dead light bulbs. I'm just going to start taking these out and then putting the other light bulbs in my these might work test me pile. I don't know if anyone else has like a huge box full of like incandescent bulbs from like swapping out LEDs into games and stuff like that. I do.
Do you wear basketball shoes only? Turn 25 says, being tall means you can only buy basketball sneakers for the most part. Kyle actually has really tiny feet.
Yep.
So he falls over a lot. I'm just kidding.
You ever
see
see those
basketball shoes, Kyle?
Nope. No basketball shoes for me. I either wear, I have got like a couple pairs of Red Wing boots that I really love, or my trusty Vans.
Nice.
Basketball shoes are always like so big. I mean, I'm probably the most unathletic person ever, but like they always just seem so clunky. I don't know how people wear those things.
You'd be a great center. Really? They have ankle support, man.
Well, every shoe has more ankle support than what I wear, but... All right. Those ones work. That makes me slightly happy. You know what would be more fun is to look at the helmet. I know that there's like special electronics that run the Bride of Pinbot helmet.
It's beautiful. It's a good look. So you're having issues with the helmet?
I've just never plugged it in.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I like old school bulbs. Let's tell everyone your lessons about regular incandescent bulbs versus LEDs.
lessons?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Or like
well,
best
like
practices?
you say it very nicely about how if you like incandescent bulbs, but then the power of LEDs, you put them.
Oh,
You only replace some of them.
yeah. A lot of
because
times,
you don't want
especially
it to burn up.
when I'm okay. This is beer time too.
He's good.
When I'm working on customers' games and stuff, instead of like, replacing every lamp with an LED, sometimes I'll do every other lamp or like at least 50% to reduce the current draw. Because LEDs are pricey compared to incandescent lamps, but when you find the right bulb, I really like Comet LED pinball bulbs. They're warm white bulbs, like really. I use the warm white with the frosted cap. They really mimic the color temperature of an incandescent bulb really well. But like on games like on my roller games, for instance, like the translight's a little screwed up. But when I filled up like every single socket in the back glass, like it looked super blown out because they were like super bright compared to the incandescent bulbs. So I used like 50% and it looks great. It looks brighter and better, and you use less bulbs. So the thing is, like, a lot of people are really, really picky about LEDs too, so it's hard for me to tell you what you should or what you should try, but
But you're saying like the flashers versus the general illumination bulbs.
Yeah, I mean, I
which are
generally
better
don't
to-
change flasher bulbs out, like the actual flashers that, are momentary. But, I mean, are you talking about flashers or like the feature lamps?
Or feature lamps. I just remember you were describing how it's okay to leave incandescent bulbs for these particular lamps because they're not used as often, rather than for general illumination.
Oh, yeah,
where
well,
it's going to heat up your game. Then
Yeah.
maybe it's better to switch to like those warm white frosted LEDs
yeah, so you
to
generally,
help your
you
game.
always want to swap your general illumination for LEDs, like on
Okay.
all your old Bally games, every WPC game, a lot of times the System 11 games and the Data East games, because the current draw on the incandescent bulbs is so high. So once you do the repairs to fix up your burnt connectors and stuff, having the LED bulbs will make it so they'll never burn up again. But it is okay to leave incandescents for the feature lamps. Like, I mostly leave feature lamps incandescent. I don't really like LED feature lamps all the time. On games that I operate, and I don't ever want to have to mess with them, I usually will change the feature lamps to LEDs just to, they're never going to burn out. So you'll eliminate those annoying service calls. But yeah, so on this game, most of the general illumination, at least 50%, has been changed to warm white LEDs. I'm going to do the same thing in the head, change out at least half of the GI to warm white LEDs, and I'm just going to leave incandescents otherwise. It's cheap. The customer can change them simply, and they don't cause problems. So, How many people did I get angry about talking about LEDs? Is someone going to be angry when I put LEDs in some of my EMs? Because I do.
No. Everyone was like, yes, we use Comet too. Pinball 122 asked, how would Kyle feel about an auto resetting CB when investigating a short? Good or bad idea?
Yes. No, that's what you want. That's why I keep those circuit breakers around, assuming that CB stands for circuit breaker. I'm bad with acronyms. I keep them around because, I mean, when you're chasing down general illumination shorts, it's a godsend. I had a game once that it's always the last bulb you check, right? But this game was like really brutal because I found that I changed the socket. I did find a shorted socket, and I put the same light bulb back in it, and it turns out that light bulb was also shorted. So I sat there and I went over all my work all over again, checking every single lamp socket in the head just to find that when I started removing light bulbs, the fuse wouldn't blow anymore. And then I found a light bulb that was actually shorted also. And it was in a shorted socket. It was evil. Yeah, circuit breakers are, even if you can't find like the small ones, like at least go try to find a 15 amp, because that's generally like your GI size on the older games, or what. On these games, the GI is a 5 amp. So yeah, you should get some. They're really invaluable. I love them. Maybe I will start making them and selling them.
Yeah, you should. You should.
But yes,
Manny's
get them.
Arcade said, I kept the incandescent bulbs on my Royal Rumble because when I start that bad boy up, it looks exactly like how I remembered in the 90s.
There you go,
that
man.
Beautiful brown glow just instantly takes me back to being a kid. But I did add a few LEDs in certain spots.
The nostalgia factor is real too. Like, I get that. That's why I like to use, that's why you'll never see me using a, colored bulbs for GI or anything like that. It drives me bonkers. It's like, I am not the artist. The artist chose the colors, and I like the way it looks, so I'm not going to change any of that. But there is something nice about that brown glow. Let's see.
Nice, the brown glow. So the head looks like it's looking good.
Yeah, most of the bulbs are working. So I'm just going to go in and kind of do the same thing I've been doing for a hot minute, and making sure it's like, is it the bulb, is it the socket, or do we have like actual driver problems? Okay, it's just a bad bulb or two. There's a special circuit board in here that controls the lamps. It takes in, you've got power coming in here, and probably like some sort of a signal data. I don't know, I don't remember if the head like matches up with anything going on in the game,
Look,
but it
now
takes.
You can see my bedroom.
It does like cool sweeps and stuff, and all the electronics are on this board here.
You see my museum pieces behind me right now.
What do you got?
My virtual background died, so I have like all my Japan souvenirs sitting behind me.
Red.
Bye.
This bulb is kind of working.
The fourth wall was broken.
Oh my gosh. I'm kind of thinking now it's like.
Someone just had a cool suggestion for you.
What's up?
Where is it? Pez says, have you tried the head motor with the helmet plugged in? Because maybe it needs to be plugged in.
So they're both totally separate. You've got two separate systems going on at the same time there. The electronics that control the helmet itself is just for the lamps. What's likely is we have what's called a transistor, and the transistor is like a computer-controlled device that will tell something to go. So we've got a shorted out transistor, so it's always telling the motor to go, and that's where our problem is. And that's probably what caused all of the damage too. Sometimes electronics can fail just because they're old. And I'm hoping that's what happened. Hopefully there's nothing else other than swapping out a few tip 102s. Let's see.
He responded with a funny emoji, and it looks like a yellow spoon with some pills around it. I don't really get what is that? What?
People are like really good at emojis. I don't. I feel like an old man.
We need to make some Marco Twitch emojis for our subscribers.
Okay.
That's been on my to-do list for a while.
One's
gonna be Kyle's face. Where he's like,
that's terrifying.
I have a good shot of it already.
I like all those ones that we have on Slack. We should migrate some of those over.
Pez dispensers. Of course.
Oh. Back in my day, emojis were like parentheses and brackets and colons and stuff.
Oh yeah, you do star shrugs, like the asterisks.
Yes.
Asterisk shrugs. Now I can just do an emoji that's like, ooh.
One more. These are just a bunch of dead bulbs, and you know what? Sometimes it's like, it's not worth my time to do half of this stuff. Just put a new bulb in. If it doesn't work, then you go in and do it. Bulbs are cheap.
And are you putting LEDs in there?
No, I'm still keeping incandescents in here. If we were going to put LEDs in here, we'd need to use the non-ghosting LEDs. And what those are is they have little resistors, or different resistors in them that allow them to not flicker on and off. It's kind of a long stuff I'm not qualified to explain, but incandescent bulbs have a lot of resistance to them. So when you put LEDs in, which essentially have no resistance to them, they like to flicker on and off in a lamp matrix situation, which is what pinballs run on. So again, this guy's already paying a bunch of money because this thing was very broken. I don't think he's going to want to pay another couple $100 for LEDs, but I guess I should contact the customer. You know what? While we're wrapping up, if anyone has a Bride of Pinbot, where the heck does this go? Does anyone know? I mean, it's huge, so it has to go somewhere in the back. I'm pretty sure it mounts somewhere up here behind the head.
Yeah, it's over the head.
Oh, yeah, it goes right there. Now that everything's back together, it makes a lot more sense. Never mind. We figured it out. Good job, everybody.
I knew something.
Good job, Moto. I was talking with
not that place at all.
I was talking with John.
Oh, you got a beer, not emoji. You got a beer emoticon.
I could use
where it's
that.
like the parentheses _ parentheses beer for you from Pinball Newbie.
Let's see.
Yeah, Mitchell Reader said over the chat.
I like that.
Oh, do you see it?
Oh man, there's a bunch of y'all in here. And you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us on Sunday. I wish that I was smart enough to like run the stream myself, but it's really great to have a Moto here.
No, you totally run the stream yourself. I'm just keeping you company and making it easier for you.
I need that too. This is one of my favorite things about living on the East Coast is their really cheap, crummy beer. This is good. It's all right.
Does anyone in the chat drink Yingling?
It's all right. Now, here, let me preface this before I get a bunch of beer snobs on me. I do like...
Yeah, he said the champagne of beers is Miller High Life.
That's right. It's also my other favorite crappy beer, along with Pabst Blue Ribbon.
How about Flat Tire? That's a beer, right?
It is. Not my favorite. So I lived in California my entire life, and California is all into like crazy, super hoppy, ridiculous IPAs. And I like a big crazy beer like that, but man, lately I have really started to fall in love with like the gentle nuance of a lager, a lighter beer.
A lager.
A lager.
Pinball Newbie prefers Cerveza, Modelo, Tecate,
Yes.
Pacifica.
I'm way into Modelo. One of my favorite things is getting like some, like a nice kind of spicy like caldo de pollo, and then having a big old Negra Modelo with it. Like that is what I miss about living in California is all the Mexican food.
Monson said they have Hansa beer.
Hansa beer. I've had Hansa beer before.
Cool. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Turin25 says, check out Yingling Lord Chesterfield Ale.
Ooh. Okay. I'll see if I can find that here.
Sounds fancy.
I've got a friend here in town that he brews like super traditional German beer. It's like I feel like I am in a beer garden somewhere in Germany when I drink this beer here in Columbia, South Carolina. So shout out to Beer Keller, Columbia. They make some incredible beer. It's all I drink now. Sometimes Scott watches the stream.
Native to South Carolina. I guess Georgia's big native beer is Sweetwater.
Sweetwater's good.
Sweetwater?
Yeah, they make some good beers. I know Steve and I drink those.
CNK, I thought you were talking to Kyle. I was just about to say. CNK says, hi, cutie, to Kyle, but he was talking to Pez Johnson. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to put your glasses on. Cute. Ooh.
Oh, Tilt also has 19 beers on tap.
Oh, man.
Hey, you guys.
Can y'all, like, support my work visa or something, and I'll come work there for a while? I'll come fix anything you need.
Yeah, fly Kyle out there.
I can't wait.
And then we can stream over there, and I'll just team viewer in, like I always do.
All the way to Norway.
That would be really cool.
Hey, Per, have you ever been over to, I don't know where those guys in Finland are, and I know that Finland is not super close, right? It's a bit of a trek over the Baltic, but there's those guys that have that flipper club in, I think it's in Helsinki. Have you been there? It looks pretty cool. The guy that runs it's really nice. He talks to me on the internet sometimes.
RB Flip? Or that's the France.
Yeah, I think that's
guys.
in France. I want to figure out.
Oh, boo boo.
Sorry, I'm looking at my phone on the stream. That's like totally lame, but I'm trying to find this place.
So everyone who's just joining us, we're wrapping up the stream. We've been streaming Kyle working on Bride of Pinbot for an hour and a half. He fixed the soundboard. Did you fix it?
Yeah.
I think he fixed it. Yeah, I heard some sound. And then Bride of Pinbot said,
I can speak.
I can speak.
I can't figure out what that place in Finland was called. It said, thank you.
I have all these voices for Bride of Pinbot, but you can't hear it. We're going to play some low-key Bride of Pinbot music. He also swapped out some lamps. You fixed the resistor board. Did you fix it?
I didn't really, I figured out what's wrong, but I didn't really fix too much. I got these lights all really happy, which is nice. This game has such a beautiful light show. They really spent a lot of time putting this game together. Well, sorry.
Permonton said no, only at the one in Sweden.
Oh, okay. Yeah, next time I go to Europe, I'm gonna do more of a pinball tour. I went to a couple private collectors last time I was in Germany, and that was a lot of fun. But I'd like to come see your club very badly. Sorry.
And CNK, no, we don't have any sales going on today. But just as a reminder, every Thursday we do release a free shipping for orders over $99 code that is for only domestic ground shipping. So for our international guys, I'm sorry. We will get a code for you soon, I promise.
So
So if you are domestic, fill up your cart, throughout the week. So it hits over that $99 and you save $9 in shipping.
Yes, keep
I know
talking.
Our shipping costs are really high, and I apologize. There's reason to that madness, but we appreciate you guys still.
I'll wrap the stream down
and we try to help where we can.
But here's the thing. Breaking news. It's not 100% official, not 100%, but it is most of the way official. We are almost at our end stages of our much cheaper international shipping options. I'm not going to say too much about it, but
we've been working on it for months and months and months.
It's an incredible difference in price. Like, it's insane. All of our Australian and Canadian customers will rejoice, and our European customers are also going to get some really good rates. So, I will. It might be 100% in place next week, and if it is, we'll talk about it on Pintec. 'Cause I know Per's usually here, but some other international folks jump in too. So, but yeah, that's cool. Last week, we got the discount code box up, right, Emoto?
Yep. So now we're using codes like professionals and not sending you through a URL that you have to click to get routed to get the discount.
Yeah, that was weird.
We tried it out last week and it works. Thank you. I'm glad. So we'll be getting all sorts of fun different codes that we can show out there to you guys.
And that's going to be something that happens every week. So you'll just have to show up on Thursday. Are we ever going to change the time of Pintec? We were kind of talking about moving it to maybe like a little later in the day.
Yeah, we can if you want to push your hours to different hours. We could do. See, the thing is, if we do it like 5 o'clock, then it's like dinner time. On the East Coast.
I agree.
So it would have to be like 7 or 8 on Thursday, which means that changes your workflow a little bit.
I mean, I'm kind of working 24 hours a day anyways, so I don't know. We'll think about it.
Everyone would like it if we moved it to 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, gosh. That's
but
late.
Then that's dinner time for our Pacific friends.
Yeah. I mean, that was the problem I was thinking of. Is like I wanted to make it.
Will you be as spry and ready to do pinball class at 8 o'clock at night? That's the other thing.
I think that's the big thing. Because if I'm sitting at work doing work things all
work
day.
Days. So Kyle doesn't just look pretty on camera and teach us how to work on pinball machines. He does so much at Marco Pinball with new products integration and shipping and customer service and everything that goes on in the business. You know, Kyle's there working on it, you know, so
fixing the
there's
website.
Lots going in his mind. Yeah, IT. We're not trying to burn him out here. I'm saying that to you too, Kyle.
Well, thanks for
You're
looking
so fresh and bushy-tailed at 3 o'clock on Thursdays. So maybe, you know, I don't know. It's up to you, really. I'm good for whenever. But
I kind of like where it's at too.
That's a big change.
I just like to be able to have all of the West Coast people join in. I guess like when we created this, like the whole world was on lockdown, and then unfortunately most of America was like, we don't need to do this anymore. Let's let everyone go back outside again. So I think as we continue, that might be something we should talk about, but at the same time, this isn't primetime television, so it might be best just to leave it where it is and let the video on demand do its job.
Yeah, I'm working on that code, Elusive Ninja. I mean, I know you're joking, but it's not. It's a good idea, you know. So, but it's in the books to talk with the higher ups to see what we can do.
The boss man. I'm actually I'm very satisfied with the way this game went back together.
Albert, hello, welcome. We're just wrapping up, actually. So thanks for joining us, and goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So, yeah. So later tonight, Kyle, do you want to play Deep Rock Galactic with me? Is anyone
possibly.
else on Steam want to play some video games with Emoto once you're done all working on your pinball machines?
Yeah, if any of y'all are PC gamers, let us know. Emoto and I have been playing a lot of Deep Rock Galactic, which is insanely fun.
Oh, Fall Guys? I'll play Fall Guys with you, Boo Booth.
I need to get that game. I think I'll buy it.
I'm level 2 now. It's a very infuriating game.
It looks so much fun,
It's hard.
Do you
you're
play
like
it?
running with 60 people, right? And you're like pushing each other out of the way. And I just learned how to grab, so you can like grab someone else and pull them
Do you play
behind
with
you.
mouse and keyboard, Emoto?
Yes.
Okay. I feel guilty, but I've been playing Assassin's Creed on my PC with an Xbox controller, but
Don't feel guilty.
it kind of feels
That's
better.
awesome. Yeah. Some games are just better with a controller and some aren't. It's just preference.
I'm just a mouse and keyboard guy.
Yeah. Sometimes when I play my Switch, I'll have both, instead of using the little Switch remotes, connect it to the Switch or in the little holder, I'll have them out and I'll be like, one's here and like one's behind my head over here as I'm like laying on the couch and still like, you know, just play whatever is the most comfortable.
I was watching, my wife was playing Luigi's Mansion last night, and that game is like, it's so fun. They're so cute. Nintendo does such a good job building worlds like that.
Oh, Turin says you need a controller for Rocket League. Vuvu says you need a controller for Fall Guys. Maybe I should plug in my controller then. I might do better.
Dominic plays Deep Rock Galactic with a controller. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but like with games that I have to, if like a first-person shooter or something, I'm so much more accurate with my mouse. I mean, I've been PC gamer like hardcore for decade now, right?
Super
More than a
Meat
decade.
Boy.
So
Oh, yay, look, back to pinball. We got a pinball question for our impromptu Q&A session with Kyle Spiteri. Mac Jedi on Twitch says, any advice on how to figure out which switch part number to buy for my Lord of the Rings Path of the Dead?
yes,
Look in your manual.
Look in your manual. And if you do not have
what
a
he was gonna
manual,
say.
you can probably find it on ipdb.org. And then buy the switch and buy a manual from us. We reprint the manuals. It's likely not going to be an original, but we have we bind them with the correct, thick paper on the front and back and make it just like Stern did. And if you strike out and can't find it, just email me and I could look at it for you if you tell me which one you need.
Yep. So Mac Jedi, you can email Kyle at marcopinball.com.
Yes.
And he can help you out with that. Oh, we do have the Lord of the Rings manual. Looks
yeah, we
nice.
can reprint all the Stern and Data East stuff, so we should have that. But yeah, I'm supposed to have my Zoom call with all my friends tonight, but I don't know. I haven't heard from them, so maybe that's not happening. So maybe that means we need to go mine some rocks.
I have some good strategies now. So we can talk about that after the stream.
You know, another thing I need to do is I saw that Scott put out an update for TNA last night. Is that behind my head?
I saw that.
But I feel bad because he put an update out like a month and a half ago, and I didn't update my TNA then either. So maybe I need to give some love to all of my games in here since we don't play them tons anymore.
Well, we should do a Marco After Hours with TNA's new code.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That would be fun. I'm really excited to do After Hours on this game. This is a game that I've loved for a long time. Have you played this game much, Emoto? Pinbot? Bride of Pinbot?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's so good.
When I was working in England for a few months at Twickenham, it's a big movie stage studio, so we're in the sound room mixing a film, and they had a Bride of Pinbot in their sound stage. Like, imagine a giant theater, like a movie theater, but all it has in the far back is like a giant mixing board, and you watch the movie and they mix. And I was just there doing like a behind the scenes of it all. So I spent a lot of time on Bride of Pinbot, trying to beat all the sound designers' high scores. That was kind of like my first entryway back into pinball. I hadn't really touched one since then.
This game
I don't remember when that was. 2000 something.
Such a masterpiece, and that's a fun way to get into it.
We have Sega 2. Elusive Ninja was asking, Stern, Data East, Sega 2 then?
Yeah, Sega 2.
Yeah, we got Sega stuff.
I only have one Sega game. I've never owned any of them other than Baywatch. But man, if anyone has
Hyper Night Driving is pretty cool.
Oh god, I can't stand that game.
I love all the racing games, whatever. It's awesome.
You know what game I really like, but you'll never see them because they're super rare, is Lost in Space. That's a really neat game. It's not great, but it's neat. That and Twister. I was listening to the John Borg interview with Clay Harrell, and it's neat to listen to John Borg talk about that era of Sega Stern game. Oh.
Elusive Ninja said he's just giving us a hard time. I like reading out your questions, Elusive Ninja. It's not as bad. Sometimes we have Kevin Moore in the chat, and he keeps telling everyone to put grease on everything. And so I have to say it out loud so Kyle can correct it, so people that don't know any better will know not to grease their flippers or grease their balls. Don't grease your balls. Keep them clean.
There's something fun about trolling like that. I mean, but yeah, don't do that. Grease is bad. I charged some guy like $600 just to go through his 6-player puck bowler and unlithium
Grease your
grease.
transistors. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, grease your transistors. That's fine. But don't grease solenoids. Whatever. I'll get to that later. Yeah, grease is bad, but grease is good in some places. Grease is totally fine in some places. Ball serve armatures on the pivot, not the solenoid plunger. I use oil on the slingshot pivots. But yeah, we can get into that sometime when we really take something apart again.
Mitchell Reader says, I know a guy who always prays silicone WD-40 on plungers. Thoughts?
Ugh.
His thought is, oh.
Yeah, that's just bad. That's just all bad. Don't do that.
Oh.
It just gums stuff up, man. Just like we were talking about the finger oils and dust attracting to light bulbs, right? Like, where does all that dust go? It goes in, you know, when a plunger is smacking up against a coil stop, like there is dust that gets made, right? The metal nubs wear themselves down, and all that dust just gums the plunger up. It's really not doing any favors. It's bad. Shame on you.
All right. Well, it's time to go home, Kyle.
Yeah, I guess so.
Feel good? You get some good work done?
Yeah, I got enough done. I'm gonna go look at some schematics, figure out what I need to do next, and then I need to just put the helmet on, make sure all the lights work, rebuild the flippers because this flipper bat is like only 1.5 inches long, and then we just have to play test it until I feel like I'm comfortable sending it off. Oh, and put new legs and leg levelers on it. They're cheap and they just make a game look that much nicer. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. And
yeah, thanks for coming in.
Just a reminder, all of our videos are archived on YouTube, and in this case, this one on Facebook as well too. So if you're working on a Bride of Pinbot or other games, you're looking for specific tips, just check out our YouTube page /Marco Pinball, and don't forget to follow us, subscribe if you'd like. Whatever it takes to get notifications on when we're doing pinball class again.
Yeah, and hey, you know, too, if you have any questions or you need clarifications on something that was in a video because I was talking too fast, ask for clarifications too. Like, post a comment up, and if I don't see it, Emoto will let me know, and then I could try to help out too.
Absolutely, we are here to serve.
Yes, that is right. To keep more pinball alive for longer.
Yeah, absolutely. But all right, everyone have a great rest of their weekend. Per month and drink a few more beers. Your weekend's almost over, brother.
Yeah, drink one for me too, because
emotes for subs. I know. I have such a great Kyle face emote, little emoji guy, just waiting to be put in that subscription part. So
what do we have to do to that for that?
Oh, and there's a Project Pinball drawing tonight for TMNT. Dang, I don't think I signed up for that one. I should have. I want that game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, look. All right.